Hello, guys, and welcome to the Legends of Tomorrow podcast. We wanted to go live exactly at 7. We have no plans, so we might not be fully set up, but we're glad you're here. You're watching, which is great, and we actually do have a couple of questions to start. And there's an echo. Give me a second.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't either.
Only on my side because the YouTube thing was
playing. Well,
I'll
tell you what, why don't we just chill and chat for a couple of minutes while we wait for people to join us?
Sounds good.
How's your guys' confinement going here?
How goes quarantine for everybody?
It's going, man. It's going. I didn't really do much today. I stared at the screen, thought I did stuff.
We did so much today. We cleaned out the whole study spare room, and it had been so messy, and now it's spotless. We're really crushing this actual cleaning thing.
It sounds like it. I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but you were saying that you cleaned.
Yeah, we cleaned our whole dining room because our dining room had gotten so bad because it's I would just throw mail onto the dining room table, be like, oh, I'll sort it later. And then last week when I was working from home, I was like, oh, I guess I got to work from the couch because the dining room is covered in mail. So this
must
week,
be a lot of mail.
Dining room, here I come. Yeah, no, I would just let it pile up.
Bills, who cares?
Bills, come on, they'll get
Amazon packages, whatever.
To be fair, most of the mail I get right now, because I'm finally benefited at the safari park, so all the mail I'm getting is here's the information about your benefits and stuff. So it's all completely useful. And it's just a whole bunch of magazines for my grandma.
Nice
clothes that she doesn't even, she loves looking at them, but she doesn't wear them anymore. She just loves looking at the magazines. So there's a lot of good magazines for her.
I don't think I'm subscribed to any magazines, which is so weird. I feel like when we were younger, maybe a different generation, I'd get there was TV show magazines. You guys remember that? Smallville had a magazine, and you
my God,
read it every month.
That.
Really?
Right? Yeah, I remember I went to Barnes and Nobles, and I'm I'm gonna get the Heroes magazine.
Yeah, they were always in Barnes and Nobles too.
So Dark Superboy said during his quarantine, he's 100% true. I was sewing my cape. So there you go.
Gosh, that's so true. People who are cosplayers, you could totally take this time to sew your cosplay, fully aware that you will not ever get a chance to show it because all the conventions are canceled.
It's so funny.
Do your cosplay costume and then just do a streamed convention.
That's what's happening though. There's virtual conventions. So I just applied to one of them just because you got time to do it, and they're free. So you do a virtual convention, and one of them's you talk for 15 minutes if you're a writer or creator, and one was cosplayers can pose for 15 minutes. I'm
my
that's
God.
a lot. Can you do that for 15 minutes?
Too long, I think.
Imagine if you're Spider-Man, doing that for 15 minutes, you're going to get carpal tunnel.
And not talking. I actually want to tune in to a cosplayer's segment.
I know. I just want it to be posed though. Literally they're just that the whole time. It's a minute 11, the arm starts to fall. And
is this an image or a video?
Exactly.
This is super cool, guys. We're totally live on
really
our
fun
new legendary lady page. So if you guys are listening and you're watching, because I suppose you're watching, but you could also be listening, share on our Twitter. We're going to be here for about an hour, and we're just going to be chatting stuff. So if you have questions, we have a whole bunch of questions we want to answer, but we're also going to do an AMA. So whether or not you watch Legends of Tomorrow, just ask us questions. The three of us get along clearly very well. I think
there's about anything.
Off the podcast, it's all blood feuds, but on screen, we're just such good actresses.
We are. We're just really great actors.
Amy actually is a good actress.
She is, but me and Morgan,
not
so much.
You two are the writers. Oh my gosh! Look, wait, hold on. Can I point at your heads on this? Oh, this is trippy.
Whoa!
Depending on
this is the. Wait, no, it would be like that
for us.
No, it's so funny. It's the opposite way that I would think.
Oh, hello to Captain Canary who joined us.
Oh, nice.
Welcome. It's cool to see familiar names.
I know.
Yeah, this is really
fun.
Who else? I really hope Michael
Mandalorian
Sonnet will show up.
Oh, me too. That was a highlight.
So cool.
Oh, if you guys haven't listened to our podcast yet, which you probably haven't, because we just posted it 3 today?
5
Oh,
minutes
he's
ago.
here.
Is
Cool.
I
Did
think
you
so.
listen to the
Funny,
podcast,
dude.
Michael?
You're so cool. Yeah, no, he wrote his feedback in the form of a sonnet. It was literally iambic pentameter. I am so impressed.
Oh, this is funny.
Aw, I have people saying hi from Facebook. People
Aw.
who have no idea that I do a podcast.
That's
and
so funny.
maybe don't
Oh.
watch Legends of Tomorrow. But that's
No.
okay.
I have an amazing story, which is that I was doing a Instagram live with Rebecca for a Supergirl Radio the other day, and I guess I was doing it from my personal account, and so Mike walks into the room and he goes, "My mom just texted me and she was like, 'What's a Supergirl?' Morgan's." And I just
What
died.
is a
I was
Supergirl?
crying.
We're getting so many comments. Thank you guys.
I
I should
know.
really
Oh,
share
so
on
cool.
my personal Facebook. I didn't even think about doing it.
No, neither did I.
Check out our
Famous people on
podcast.
Facebook saying hi to us. Okay, so there was one question that we
Oh my god.
Cat phone call.
phone call for cats.
This
spam
usually happens
call.
before we start
know.
recording every time.
Every
There's always
time.
a phone call.
They'd like
Always
to call and let you know that they can reduce your student debt.
I
If
get
you
a lot of
call them.
amazing. I get a lot of
them
ones that are
quickly.
that ask me if I want to put solar panels on my roof, and I'm like, I'm in a condo. I'm in the middle of the condo. I can't.
But yeah, sure.
Sure, I'd love solar panels on my ceiling, I guess.
In New Jersey, how often do you get sun for solar panels?
I mean, we get sun in the summer. It's not like sun doesn't exist in New Jersey.
I mean, it feels like it does about, right?
Oh, that's so funny. Do
I
you
don't know.
even
I
get
have a
sun
snake
in
on
the
my
East
bed.
Coast?
That's my
Oh,
dog's tail, but it looks like there's a snake. That's so freaky looking.
I
he
don't
was
know
at
you
the end
owned
of the bed earlier. It was very cute.
No,
Was. Then the phone rang and then he got scared. So.
He has his fake hedgehog. He's just
Aww.
this is Rowan.
You guys enjoy dog content.
Oh, and I was
He's a good
showing the
boy.
girls earlier those flowers I picked this morning.
Wow.
No biggie.
San Diego.
I just like that during quarantine, we've all gone back to Jane Austen times where it was on Friday, I was like, Mike, should we take a turn about the town? Yeah, turn about the room, pretty much. No, you please write your letters.
We should totally start. Oh my gosh, you guys, we should start writing letters. We should restart a pen pal thing.
We should. Legendary pen pals.
I love this idea.
This way people are getting mail. Mail becomes exciting again.
But then we have to Clorox spray the mail and leave it in the sun for 24 hours to make sure it's clean.
Yeah, that's definitely where it gets tough.
That's so
We'll
funny.
work it out. I'm starting to run out of our first Clorox big thing. Of
Oh
white.
no.
And then I asked my mom, hey, do we have more? She's like, yeah, we got 3 more. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
nice.
good. We're all solid. Oh, we actually got some comments here. So we'll get to some comments. So Jersey is the Garden State. True.
It is. That's a good point.
There
Followed
is
by, how could we have all these gardens without sun?
there is no sun. There is a Garden State Parkway that sucks. I'll say
Why
it.
are you the
Yeah,
garden?
it's not a great it's not a great place. The parkway, not the state. The state's good.
The state's solid. It's
solid.
I
We
think
got-
it's like any other state. Right? Well, it depends who you ask, I feel. Right? I as a New Jerseyan, do you like New Jersey?
I do like New Jersey. I think we've got a good where I am, especially I'm between New York and Philadelphia. It's an hour to
Mhm.
get to either, and then where it's an hour, and for me, it's an hour to the beach. So
How is
it's
that
got a good
closer
mix
to
of
you
things.
to get to the city than it is for me? And I live in a city. I live in Staten Island, which is a borough of New York City, but it's longer to get to Manhattan than for you to get to Manhattan.
That's nuts. Oh my god. So I guess somebody wants me to say coffee. It's coffee. Is that not the right way to say coffee?
I say in very, very New York, coffee.
Like coffee? Like
Coffee.
coffee. You come in Italian, it's coffee. Italian New Yorkers. Speaking of New Yorkers, I don't know if did you guys see that terrifying report that New York has more cases of the COVID virus?
I'm living it.
Oh my
France. Oh yes. Stay in your house, Kat. You are
Oh
in a
my
bubble.
God.
You're not allowed to leave.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And like upstate New Jersey is really hit hard too. Like I think
hear
all of
upstate
Oregon.
New Jersey. Like I didn't know that was a thing because like you hear upstate New York, you hear upstate New Jersey.
Well, it's usually like
Jersey?
north. We have so New Jersey is a magical place. We have north and we have south.
Don't
and
they
then we
fight
have
each other?
what and then we have central, which a lot of people in New Jersey doesn't think exists, but is like where I grew up and kind of where I currently live. But there's a big debate about whether Central Jersey is an actual thing. I think it's a thing. It's a thing.
I mean,
big is New Jersey?
It's not big at all.
What? I feel like your whole New Jersey could fit in a small corner of SoCal.
I think
feel like
if you go from the bottom of New Jersey to the top of New Jersey, it's only going to take you
3 hours about
3 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 if you're driving slow.
That's from Comic-Con to like North
I
Los
know.
Angeles.
I know. It's just
that's
a
so
tiny little
weird.
chunk of California. California is nuts how large it is, though.
Yeah.
It's its own civilization. And there was I think on the ballot a couple years ago, it didn't go anywhere. There was like a proposition to consider making NorCal and SoCal their own states. And everybody was like, that's a dumb idea. So it just failed miserably. Hi, Brianna. Brianna just joined us. She was in the
Welcome.
show.
Aw.
Thanks for watching. I didn't know how to share it to my personal Facebook page.
So you Control C the link.
Well, I can't. I have a Mac.
The little
Wait, it doesn't let
black
you do that?
thingy-mabobber see the link.
Okay.
I was
So
gonna say
no, I
Mac
got the
has
link.
like keyboard shortcuts, right?
It does, but with the sharing thing, it doesn't put my profile. Oh, let me see.
I posted it as a separate status as opposed to sharing the link directly from the thing. I posted it as a separate function. Thank you, commenters. Also, I think
Got it.
Captain Canary, you were the one that asked us what the three of us thought the first time we talked. Like, what was our first impression of each other?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good question. I don't remember the first time I talked to Kat.
I do remember that.
So weird. The first time I talked, because I'm literally pointing in the opposite direction of like what the camera is showing. The first time I talked to Kat, I think we talked about Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, we had like
I think we had like a chit chat about like PLL, and I was I don't know. I think I was like, oh, Kat's really funny.
Thank you. Same for Morgan, honestly. We have very like similar sense of humor, I feel.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely was like the first thing. And I feel like not a lot of people have that type of sense of humor. Like I think both Morgan have very observational humor.
Yeah, probably.
I'm a bit more sarcastic. But yeah. How do you feel like your humor is, Amy? Like what type of humor do you feel like you have?
I'm the situational humor. Like I tend to take a moment as it comes because that's part of my job at the park is to like improv because it's a really boring tour if I say the same tour every time. So for me, I like when I can just like spitball something right off the bat. But I think I distinctly recall that when the three of us first chatted, I remember thinking, oh, we'll get along. These girls are funny. And that's something you don't always get on a podcast. You're like, okay, well, if I think I'm funny, but my hosts don't think I'm funny, this is not going to work well. And we all find each other funny.
Yeah, for sure. We're laughing, I think, probably more than our listeners laugh because we're just having a fun time. We're just, we have all our inside jokes too.
I think we also, I remember at least not the first impression, but as we were as we were recording like the first season, I remember thinking, okay, we all kind of have the same compass. We all have minor difference in opinions, but majorly we all kind of agree on the same stuff. This episode was good. This episode wasn't. And that when we do disagree, it leads to good conversation as opposed to sometimes where you have, like I've listened to the podcast where the two hosts just don't agree and it's not fun to listen. I mean, some people like to listen to people arguing. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a particular fan of it.
Yeah.
I think we all see the show very similarly. So even if we don't like agree on particular episodes, being like one person might not like it, another person does like it, like we all kind of see the show in basically the same way. Like if one person was like, no, this show is super serious and we have to take it super serious, I don't know.
Well, also, yeah, I think fandoms too, like we see it very similarly, like just the way we like talk about television and the way like we're attached to television, I guess too, which is a good thing. So yeah. I mean, we met each other like 5 years ago, so it's also like weird to say that. It's been
Oh,
very weird, right?
That's crazy.
We met first. We met.
We did, yeah.
Doing the podcast, and then we met at Comic-Con, and then it became a regular thing. And then, like, even if we don't see each other, we still like take pictures of each other and bring it.
Oh my God.
We had, well, gosh, what was it? Well, so Kat and I were at dinner during Comic-Con and we took a picture of Morgan with your really
because I had just had my wisdom teeth. That was the fun. I might have laughed at that for like 5 straight minutes. I just every time I looked at the picture, I laughed so bad. Yeah, and then my mouth hurt because it was like this miserable picture of me where I was like.
It was with her like an ice pack.
I had an ice pack.
It was so fun. Yeah, that's the one thing we love about San Diego is actually getting to see each other. So that's always nice. We do have a lot of comments, so let's get into those. I have to scroll up, and I'm trying to keep this pace there. Though I remember
very fond of the ones like speaking of San Diego. That's like California is crazy expensive, and I wouldn't live here if I wasn't in the military. I feel you.
Yeah, I feel like the coasts are very expensive because it's not like. I mean, it's maybe a little cheaper out here, but not by much.
Isn't it because like in the old days is like where you would get fish, and that's why it's just like you would get food on the coast, and that's why it was so expensive.
I love the idea that like people like all the people are like really into fish, and that's why it's so expensive. They're like, I don't need any more
fish. I don't eat like local fish. I would love to eat local fish, but it's not like I can just like say from here. San Diego downtown is a solid 45-minute drive. That's the cat food.
You could get through all New Jersey for 45 minutes, though.
What grows in New Jersey? What do you guys? What do you?
Sunflowers.
Oh, what grows like
fruit
farm stuff? We're known for our tomatoes, Jersey tomatoes.
I feel like you go pumpkin patch picking.
Oh, there's
apples and stuff.
Yeah, apple picking and well, we're also where I am at least. I'm really close to the border of like Pennsylvania. So there's like a lot of like those like big pumpkin patch farms and stuff, but there's some in New Jersey too, like pumpkins and there's a place that we went to in I want to say like September that had like it was just a big field of sunflowers and we got to like cut our own sunflowers. Yeah, so you were right. Yeah,
I'm close enough to New Jersey. Staten Island has nothing, so you want to do nothing? Go to Staten Island. We have a lot of movie theaters now.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. It's awesome. But we do have a question from Jowie. Yo, Kat, I'm in the comic world as well, and I hate that we're not getting to see our fans. Con season is tonight, but still my fave thing all year round. Yeah, no, it's sad that we're not getting the conventions. And like we were just saying, like we love hanging out at San Diego Comic-Con, and I mean, Morgan wasn't gonna go this year anyways, but still,
a little thing called a wedding. But
it's
you
should go to San Diego either way.
If it's virtual, I can
be canceled.
I was gonna say if it's virtual, then I can Skype in.
We'll have our virtual Comic-Con.
We'll Zoom you in. Zoom Comic-Con. Gosh, can you imagine the squares would be like this big with all the vendors?
Oh my god, all the people. Oh my god.
Someone said that Houston is cheap to live in, and that one of the reasons that, well, I guess it makes sense that the coasts have access to trade, so they're a huge primary economic place, which is why people live here, and of course that's why prices go up. Apparently, Jersey also has a big blueberry crop and produces the largest portion of cranberries for the United States.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, Brian. One of my friends. Brian. I kind of feel like I knew about the We used to have in my town, we used to have an Ocean Spray like factory, like the Ocean Spray, like the cranberry juice. So we have a thing in town called the Cranberry Fest. But it's funny because Ocean Spray left, but we still call it the Cranberry Fest. So now people are like, why is it called the Cranberry Fest? And I was like, now for no particular reason, but it used to be because of Ocean Spray.
So weird. That's like how names could come up.
Yeah, exactly. So
do you have another question from Jowie? Are you guys all working from home?
So I am.
Yeah. I always worked at home.
Kat always does.
I am not working at the moment because literally my job is to take people around the safari park and introduce them to the animals. So unless I brought a giraffe home with me, which I considered, I cannot. do my tours.
That would be
I really, really want to do a virtual tour though. Like I really want to because the keepers are on site and they're working, but I don't know if there's like one day they can attach a GoPro to the front of their trucks and go live, and I can, I don't know, talk about the stuff, or even the giraffe cam that overlooks the park. A lot of times you can zoom in on the rhinos or the giraffes, and I would love to just talk about them live for people to listen to and entertain your children, which I know is really tough for a lot of people right now.
Oh God, yeah. A lot of my coworkers are going crazy because they have to basically like do their job but also homeschool. Like it's so tough.
Yeah, I saw like a meme of like I guess this comedian book writer where she's like, let them watch Frozen 2, 2 to 3, let them watch Frozen, cry in the bathroom, take a walk and question my life, let them watch Frozen again.
Yep. That's about right. Frozen is single-handedly keeping parents sane.
Well, I love that like Disney Plus was like, we're gonna release Frozen 2 early. I feel like all the parents were like, oh, thank God.
Like we got something. And I think Onward is also being released early, which I saw the movie, didn't love it.
Oh,
I
really?
don't like fantasy very much, as you know. So it's very fantasy driven.
Mike is excited because he loves fantasy, so he's like pretty hyped about Onward.
I think he'll like it, knowing his taste. I think he's gonna enjoy it. I had my issues with it, but it's something different. We do have a Legends question. Miranda Miller, how are you three holding up? Saying goodbye to Ray and Nora. I will say that we talked about that a lot on this week's podcast. So just direction there.
For those of you who have not yet listened to it, we're bummed. Obviously, we really like the characters. Still don't really understand the motivation for why they're leaving. However, we are accepting it, and given that we accept that begrudgingly, I thought it was a really decent goodbye. I thought it was really sweet and tender.
Yeah, I thought it was a good goodbye. I don't understand, like, from a show perspective why they're leaving, but at least they had like a nice farewell episode. They both got good farewell episodes because really Nora's was last week and then Ray's was this week.
Mm-hmm. The Nate and Ray stuff was really touching. We talk about this a lot on the podcast. So I encourage y'all to listen to it, but we really talk about how there's that power in the bromance that they have and making it feel real and honest in a way you don't see a lot in television. That doesn't feel, I don't know, written in. I don't know, Kat. She said it really good on the podcast. Listen to the episode.
Yeah. I don't know how I said it back then. I probably would butcher it now, but yeah, it's something that we usually don't get, which was nice. We do have a really just a comment, not a question, from Jowie. It's because this is back to ask about like our chemistry, I guess, for the podcast. It's because I was in a podcast before. None of us were really close, and we're all pretty good friends, though, being in the show. And then,
that was our experience too, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we
didn't know each other at all.
No, and then we just became friends through it. And then Jowie said Amy is the sprinkler of humor, the seasoning, if you will.
You're like the Salt Bay of humor, Amy.
Remember that whole conversation we had about the Flavor God seasoning before our last podcast?
Yes.
We literally spent 20 minutes
on
talking
Amazon
about
looking up Flavor God seasoning.
It's like we literally spent 20 minutes talking about our favorite seasonings. I love Favor God garlic lover seasoning. Kat, what was the one you were like sold on?
Hot one.
Lowry. My Japanese seasoning.
Yes.
Now that we're on video, I could show it. Hold on. Let me see.
She's gonna go get it. You were in your
kitchen. Seasoning. Oh my God, it was so funny.
It's my Japanese size.
You look low there, Kat. You're gonna have to order a new one.
I have like 5 other ones.
Oh, thank God. I was worried about you getting through quarantine without your seasoning.
All right, this is my magic right here. Lowry.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Oh yeah. Wow.
My heart,
that's
man.
my favorite.
So I'm also gonna die because of it early because I use so much and it's salt, but
whatever. Have you ever done, take like the little potatoes, mash them up. I told you guys we'd be talking about cooking. Take the potatoes, mash them up, then do butter, chives, and that seasoning.
Ooh.
Mix it together. It's hella good.
Damn.
So good.
We'll do a cooking show on one of these. We'll do Chopped, maybe. That actually would be a lot of fun.
Legendary Ladies Chopped.
No one can taste it, but it's fine.
It's Amy and Kat cooking, and it's me like slowly chopping garlic.
Morgan, what do you got for us?
We're just sobbing on screen.
Chopping an onion and sobbing while Mike is in the corner going like, "Could you do that faster?" I'm like, "No,
you're not gonna win." And the judges are like, "Well, Morgan, can you tell us why you didn't finish your dish?" I cut my hand, and then there was blood in the garlic, and I couldn't.
They're like, "But Morgan, the only ingredient you had was garlic. What were you planning to make?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I was trying to figure that out, and the time ran out. Oh God, yeah. We probably won't do Chopped, but probably
I will juice. I love that sounds weird. I love like juice green stuff. So I make this delicious green juice. What are you doing?
Is it as good as Ray's green juice?
It's better because it will cause an immediate need for everybody to go to the single bathroom on the Wave Rider. So it's a whole head of kale, whole head of romaine lettuce, whole bunch of spinach, about 5 to 6 cucumbers, whole thing of celery, and the kicker, 5 green apples and 2 lemons. You will not taste anything except for the green apples, little bit of lemon, and maybe like an undertone of cucumber. You won't taste anything else. And it's
because the kale had me side-eyeing a little bit. I was like,
you don't taste it at all. I hate kale, but it's so good.
I get sick from kale, so I probably can't eat it. But
say the kale then.
Is that like you get sick from kale because you just don't like kale?
No, I literally really like kale. I love kale. I love spinach, but I get sick because I think it's the iron. So I get sick from both. Yeah, it sucks. And
that does suck.
And I really like it. I like kale chips. I genuinely like kale, but
somebody wants to know how big
my blender is. I don't use a blender. I use a juicer. But it's a juicer, so you don't actually get how big the blender. Like you don't get as much juice as if you just blended it. But my mom has like canaries and parakeets, so I'll bring her the leftover bits that weren't juiced, and all her little birds will eat them. They love it. They love the like little leftovers. I
thought the birds were going to be involved in some way, like pushing the buttons. I was like, it's like a Snow White scenario where like the birds help you juice in the morning.
Sing and call them in.
Yeah, Amy sings and then they make the kale comes across and they make
Morgan, you didn't know that happened in California. That doesn't happen in where we live because we don't have the sun.
Yeah,
so
that's
in
true.
California, it does
you need the sun for that.
Okay, I say we do a like what do you guys do on Supergirl Radio, Morgan? Like the super fast answers.
Oh, Snap Judgment.
Okay. So we do that for the ones that we got previously before, so not the live ones, but we could do that for the ones that we have on the dock. Or do you want to do some of the live ones?
Oh, I don't care.
Let's do the dock one.
We got a question in the chat. Like, do you watch any cooking shows? And if we do we have a favorite? You don't watch any cooking shows? I feel like you would, Amy.
No. No. I probably would love them, and that's the problem.
You're like,
I think my favorite is the Great British Bake Off. It just
are you trying to learn how to chop garlic though, Morgan?
Well, I watched the Great British Bake Off, and then I'm like, you know what? I could do this. I could be a baker, and then I make stuff, and sometimes it's burnt. But I try. I attempt it.
Yeah, I'm not a good baker. But yeah, I really like cooking shows, like especially like the Pasta Time type show. Like if I want to take a nap or something, I'll be like, oh, Chopped is on. Let's watch it. And also it's like one of the only like shows I think if like the whole family's around, we could all agree on HGTV and cooking shows.
HGTV is my favorite like background noise television.
Oh yeah. Gotta get those houses.
I turn on Star Trek Voyager all the time. Like if I just need some sort of background, Star Trek Voyager, Law and Order SVU, or Chicago PD is just playing in the background.
Damn, and those are good background TV shows. Let's get to some of the questions that we have from Question Corner. So Alyssa said, who of you three would win Survivor? Who of the legends would win Survivor?
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah, I agree. And then Amy,
Sarah, yeah.
not us.
Oh yeah,
not
Amy.
Morgan.
Amy definitely. Like I couldn't survive in the wild. I would give up. I would just be like, it's over.
I'll grant you that. I can actually I have a bow and an arrow. I actually legitimate. I have a bow and arrow. And I actually was like, I wonder if I should go on eBay and order some new arrows so that when the apocalypse comes,
you're ready.
I'm Katniss Everdeen and ready to go.
It's too bad that we live so far away from you because I think I don't think I'm making it through the apocalypse.
No, we don't have a bow and arrow.
No.
I have a broom outside.
You'll just sweep away the zombies.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We do have a question from Jowie. Correct me if I'm wrong, legendary ladies. Which Spice Girls would you be? I would be Sporty. Amy would be Scary or Ginger, and then Morgan would be Baby. I don't know enough about the Spice Girls to answer that.
Anything about
I think that's probably pretty accurate. I think you guys might have missed the Spice World era.
I mean, Wannabe, right? That's the song. Yeah, Wannabe. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
it's good. Great song. Great bop. Other than that, I don't know much about.
I was really into the Spice Girls back in the day, but it's been so long. I've lost my Spice knowledge.
We do have another question. What historical scenario would you like to see messed up on Legends? This one right here. This one right here.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Fix it, Sarah. What if this is the alternate timeline? What if we're waiting for the Legends to come fix it? Gideon's like, yo, there's a virus on the Earth and it can be there. What would I like to see? Screw up.
Historical.
Like for serious or for funny?
Either one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what era they haven't gone to that I'd like them to go back to. Have they done like the 1920s like flapper?
No.
Time period? Because I think that could be fun.
That'd be fun. Like, what if he I don't know, kills someone kills Ernest Hemingway or something, or a major literature. Ooh, what would be a good serious one that they actually kind of did in Timeless? Someone prevents the suffragette movement from becoming a thing, and ladies vote. And Sarah Ava and the book club would be all over that.
They would fix that.
That'd be a heartbeat. That'd be cool. Morgan, did you have one or?
No, I think I would like to see them in sort of like the Roaring 20s. I think we've seen them close to that time period a couple of times.
The clothes, I feel.
Yeah, the clothes would be great.
So just flappers. You want them
just flappers. I just want some flappers. I want some Great Gatsby, green light at the end of the dock kind of stuff going on.
That would be fun. That's rude to show on camera.
Really?
He licks a lot there, so he gets hot spots. So I have to, every time he goes for it, I'm like, nah. He's on anti-allergy injections, but they're not really kicking in as well as they previously were. I'd have put on some other stuffs. Anyway, what's another question? These are really fun.
Question corner question. Pam, if you want to have a bachelorette party, you can say you don't. What would your ideal party be? This is an interesting one.
Amy?
Speak easy. I want literally in 20 barb. I want to speak easy hop through all kinds of like hidden speakeasies in San Diego's, jazz music. Everybody dresses to the nine, and then maybe a boudoir photo shoot.
Oh, wow. You've got it all figured out.
Morgan, you're more elaborate.
Married. So much more elaborate than mine.
Have one, yeah. What's yours?
I think we're gonna do like a shore weekend. I think we're gonna go down to the beach and.
Oh, I thought you said chore weekend, as in we're just gonna do chores around the house.
We're just, you know what I really love, what my passion is chores. So everybody's gonna get dressed up in the nines in their 1920s outfits, but then we're all just gonna clean.
That's mine. Definitely, that's mine. I would want something laid back. I just like something very casual and something more about the intimacy of the people you're hanging out with.
Yeah. I threw a bachelorette party.
Did you?
Oh, nice.
And we did, because most of her bridesmaids were not local. So we did it a couple days before the wedding, and we rented out this really fancy hotel room right by the beach. And we did a nice dinner. And then we did the hotel room and had Marachi games in the evening. And in the morning, we made her a champagne brunch. And then we went to the beach. So that was super laid back and really wonderful for everybody.
That sounds fun.
That does sound like a good one. We have a Legends centric episode. New Rachel, do you think Legends will have 100th episode? What are we up to?
I want to say 70, 80? 70 or 80? I could find out.
To get 100.
So they're up to...
Well, because Arrow was season 7 for their 100th, right? Or season 6?
I think so.
5.
5?
What does the Wikipedia tell me?
What does the Wikipedia? I don't know. I guess like we're getting next season, but
75 so far, I guess, is what they have. So they're not far away, but they're kind of far away.
Yeah. I hope they do. I hope.
Me too.
I love this show.
There's Gary Louis.
Okay, so
it looks like the lifestyle who says hi.
It looks like by the end of this season we're gonna have about 82. So I think if they go one more season, we might get 100. At least one more season.
That'd be interesting. Hopefully we will. I think we will. I don't think they wouldn't do 100. So let's get to another question corner. Brian says, I think the question of who is the current Arrowverse should join the Legends was asked. But what about other DC characters who don't yet exist in the Arrowverse? Which of them would you like to add? So like comic characters. Do you guys know of any that you'd like to see? Stephanie Brown.
I'd love to, since we have Constantine, like, how about Zatanna? I would like Zatanna, because that would actually kind of like fit in with the Constantine stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of magic, which we're not always the biggest fan of, but she's awesome.
Bart Allen.
Who?
Bart Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Bart would be nice.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. So we got some good ones. I'm trying to see through our live comments. Oh, here's one. Well, this is just a comment, but one of the Legends episode is a parody of that coming up this season. Oh, is it? I didn't know they were doing that.
It's called like the Great British Fake Off or something.
Oh, I'm excited.
We didn't do our history for this episode for Legends. I just thought of that.
We didn't do any Shakespeare.
Yeah, but we could have done Shakespeare.
Oh.
We could have looked up the history.com top 10 facts about Shakespeare.
I'm so sad that we didn't do it.
I can take the Great British Bake Off episode, though. I've got that history. Mary Tingery.
That'd be fun. So we have another question here. William, which Legends character, past or present, would you most like to spend a day with, and who would you most like to spend a day as? A day as? Man.
A day as and a day with.
Mick, because he does absolutely nothing. So that'd be nice to just do nothing.
I think I'd like to be Sarah because she's so cool and she can do like all kinds of like stuff, whereas I have the upper body strength of like a small kitten. So that'd be fun for me. And then spend a day with probably Ray, because I think that he would like come up with like fun activities for you to do all day, like you were a small child.
I agree. I think Ray would entertain us the most. I like your choices.
I kind of like the idea of being Sarah, because I like that idea of like having like snap reflexes. But to be variable, I want to spend a day as Charlie. I want to go shape-shifting.
You could be anyone.
Yeah, literally. Oh, that'd be cool. I could be everybody all at once. I win. Who would I want to spend a day with? Amaya. Yeah. I want to spend a day with Amaya.
The animals. That would be so
miss
fun.
Amaya, even though we have the actress, but we don't have Amaya. There's another question from Jowie. Since we're on video now, what is the nerdiest thing you could own that you can show us? I mean, we're all like, I just showed you my Japanese seasoning, so that's it.
Hold on, let me go. Oh, I've got a good one. I'll be right back.
I gotta think of one. Nerdiest thing you own. Huh. You would think I would own a lot because I have the comic stuff, but
okay.
I don't think I have anything nerdy I could own. What's yours?
My camera just got very dark, though, so no one's going to be able to see me. Oh, no. I'm in the shadows now. Like Batman.
We can see you, yeah.
This is an English version and the Deathly Hallows.
Oh, that's so
first
cool.
edition that my friend got for me in England and brought it back as a gift. And it's like first edition, and it makes me very happy. And I distinctly remember, so she comes up to me, and we're like, I think we were like 10th grade or something. So we're teenagers, and she brings it, and she goes like this to me. And I distinctly remember getting so angry at her because I thought she was showing it off to me that I got this and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? And I stormed off, and she comes out. She's like, no, this is for you. I got it for you from England.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. I got
That's
so
so embarrassing.
emotional, and I got so upset because my dog ate a corner of it.
Oh no, Rowan, bad boy.
As he knows, it's bad boy.
Me? You can't really see mine, but this is. Let's see if you can see it. If you can.
Oh, we can see it.
This is
cool.
Fire
Oh,
Frog.
that's
It's
cool.
all the characters from the Muppets as Firefly characters. I got that at I think the first Comic-Con that I went to. I think I got that the first time I went to San Diego.
That's cool. I wish I could think. I just have so many. Oh, I have a Star Wars poker chip thing that's right next to me that we play every week.
I'm glad the light came back. I was like, am I gonna just be in the shadows?
In the shadows. Let me open this up. I just want to show you the chips. Here we go.
You been
So-
playing poker in your hiatus?
Oh yeah, I play poker when I'm not in hiatus.
Play
as
poker?
well. Yeah, I love playing poker.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's hilarious! Wow,
yeah, that's cool.
incredible.
Very cool. I like that.
Yeah,
That's a cool question.
Yeah, I got that when I was really young too. When Sharper Image went out of business, I got
Oh
it
my
when it went out of
God.
business.
Yes, Sharper Image. Those were the day. I think I got a pillow when they went out of business. It was like a side sleeper pillow, and then I was like, I hate this pillow.
But I
So.
love Sharper Image.
But Sharper Image, all right, pour one out.
Yeah. Oh man.
Someone asked me on Twitter
Mhm.
when I posted the We Are Live, the Ask Us Anything. He said, "How are the animals from at Hidden
Aw.
Catch?"
How
At this-
are they?
The animals are doing great. I'm
Good.
supplemental, so I do the tours, but I also take care of the animals out in the habitats. But I'm a supplemental assistant. I help out when and if is needed. So right now, for social distancing protocols and biosecurity, et cetera, I'm not required right now. So the animals are still getting cared for by the keepers, getting well fed. They rely on us. So we are there to make sure that they get what they need. So they're all doing great.
I'm laughing because
Yes.
Mark says, "Do we need to start a Kickstarter to buy Morgan a
I
lamp?"
swear it's like you can't tell, but the bedroom is actually pretty light. Like I have every lamp on in the whole bedroom, and yet I don't have overhead lighting. It's all lamps. So
I mean, we
So-
can see you, Morgan. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
as long as you can see an outline of me, I think that's okay.
That's it. We do have a question from Mark, who I think recently asked this question. Do you guys watch The Bachelor? And if so, do you like Pilot Pete? I have to say I've never fully watched The Bachelor.
I have
just
never
seen,
watched.
a clip of that Demi and Kristen, just because I thought that was interesting. There was a bisexual person on Bachelors in Paradise. But that's it. I've kind of watched from that. I've
Yeah,
never really watched The
I've
Bachelor.
never watched The Bachelor. Amy?
I watched a clip of The Bachelor recently where some girl stole some other girl's champagne that she had been saving.
Yes.
So she set out this champagne and everything, and she was gonna surprise him. And it was some magical champagne she'd gotten from France or something 4 years ago, and it was gonna be all special.
Why
So-
did she bring that on that show?
Yeah. Well, she was telling all the other girls. This other girl and the guy that the Bachelor come up and they're like, "Oh, look, some champagne." And then it's the best clip because the sound editor captured the sound of the cork popping, and you see the girl's face as she realized someone just popped her champagne, and she cries. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous.
God. Yeah. I'm not a Bachelor fan, but I don't judge anyone that watches it because it sounds like a good time.
I can't
if you
judge
are
anyone because I got really deep into that show on Netflix, Love is Blind. I don't know
Which
if
is
you guys
the same show, right?
I was on a live stream with Rebecca where I was just describing the plot of it. We weren't talking about Supergirl. I was like, guys, Love is Blind. Basically, they just take a bunch of single people and then they like put them in these pods where they all talk to each other, but they don't see each other. So then they have to like decide if they're going to be together based on like their deep and meaningful conversations and not what each other looks like.
There's so many shows like that.
The Circle, but romance.
Exactly. There's Circle.
Great.
I did not watch that one. I think that's going to be my next trash show.
Circle's really fun.
Do you watch like 90 Day Fiance? I heard that's like.
But I've heard that's the one. That's the choice one to watch.
So one of these days, maybe. We do have Mark who asks, well, I kind of think we answered this, but maybe we could go deeper. Are there any deep cut DC characters that Legends could have used that you would have liked to see them use? So deep cut. And did Amy pause? Oh, no, she didn't. Okay.
She's just thinking.
Wait, thinking about it. Say the question again.
So like a character from DC that not many people know that should be on Legends.
I wouldn't know any.
I mean, Stephanie Brown still isn't.
I was going to say, we can always use Stephanie Brown. We can use this for every single answer.
And I will.
Stephanie Brown.
Always Stephanie Brown. I love my girl, Steph. I actually named, so Stephanie from my comic is named after Stephanie Brown.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I never put that together.
I try to use like characters that meant something to me as characters in my comic, like their names as their first names. So even though their characters are obviously very different, but they're, inspiration for that. Let's see. We have, Danny asks, would you ever go back and rewatch season 1?
I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should. Honestly, I think we should pick like a random episode of season 1 and like
Captain Cold episode, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's been so long.
Or that random one where they go back into like nuclear Russia and they have to, with the random chick who shows up. It's like a 2-part episode. Firestorm a lot. Gosh, that feels like a whole different show. Firestorm.
It really was a whole different show. Oh my God. Melody in the comments said, gave me my answer to that like last question about the obscure DC character, Director Bones.
Interesting. I mean, hard to show, but
man. Yeah. I'll take him on any show that we can get him, honestly. It kind of feels like he's more likely to show up in Legends because it's a weirder show at this point.
I wonder what the visual would look like.
Oh my God. I mean, they couldn't afford a Director Bones. Is the problem.
Oh, that's definitely the issue.
All CGI.
He's just a guy who's like part of the DEO, so he's like the head of an agency, and he's a skeleton.
He's just a skeleton in a suit, basically. I feel like the Legends version would just be like one of those like medical school skeletons that they would just put a suit on, and then he would just
come to life.
Yeah,
I am Director Bones.
Me, Director Bones.
Oh God, I think fans would be pretty upset, but it's Legends, so.
But I would be excited. I'd be the only fan who was into that.
Like, yes,
finally.
We do have a question from Patty. What is the best TV show you've ever watched, and what is your favorite TV show ever? Oh God,
Jeez, those are
best
tough.
I've ever watched. Best I've ever watched.
12 Monkeys is pretty high up there for me because it hit every mark. It nails characters, it nails redemption stories, and it nails a finale, which actually ends the show in a way that, things like Lost didn't. So 12 Monkeys is really high on my list. Favorite, honestly, I think I said it earlier, Star Trek Voyager means so much to me. And I probably genuinely have seen each episode from season 4 through 7 about 100 times. I have them practically memorized. It's just my jam. Captain Janeway, 7 of 9, B'Elanna Torres. I grew up never, ever imagining that girls could not do anything they wanted to, because I grew up with Captain Janeway and 7 of 9 totally normal. It wasn't until I turned, 21, 22 and got into the real world and discovered, girls are not treated the way that they should be. And there is a lot of inequality. But until that point, like Captain Janeway, I was like, perfectly normal that a girl can be a captain. Didn't realize that was strange at the time. Didn't realize that's still strange. So for me, that was, it's such a huge impact in my life. I even feel like I've noticed that in my acting, is Kate Mulgrew did as Captain Janeway. So I think she influenced my act as well.
Did you ever watch Orange New Black?
I was going to ask. Yeah, she's so good in that.
I don't okay, like Orange is the New Black and Breaking Bad. These are worlds I don't want to know any more about. Too real.
Really?
It's just too real. It's like,
There
no,
was
I
that
don't.
hamburger thing and something was in the hamburger and I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done.
And it's the end.
Done.
The end.
I'm
I
out.
actually saw Kate Mulgrew like in a like a theater show in New York. Like,
Oh.
I think it was before Orange is the New Black. It was like some show where like a bunch of women like sat up on stage and like talked about the like outfits as a way of talking about things that had happened in their life.
That's
Can't remember what it was
Yeah.
called. Something what I
That's
wore.
really cool.
But,
Something
yeah,
serious.
something in what I wore. But it was she was really good in it. She was like
Great.
probably one of the better cast members of that. Like it was kind of one of those things where like you have a bunch of people on stage and you're like, yeah, she's like the real deal.
She's a good actress. I still would recommend Orange is the New Black. It is very real, but it's a comedy show, so it's, mostly
I
comedic.
still haven't seen like the last. I want to say the last.
I haven't
season.
finished the last season, so
neither.
you're not alone. We do have another question from Melody. Are you guys bugged by the hiatus? Or by like just the
By
quarantine?
hiatuses in general, or
Like the new hiatus that they're doing, the 2-week break now.
Oh, no, because we're having some fun episodes in between.
Yeah. I'm sad that it was like an opportunity for people to watch Legends, and because literally everybody's home. What else are they going to be doing? Like it was a chance for ratings to go up, and I'm surprised that they didn't take advantage of that.
That's the only disappointment. But this is a good question from Banjo Man. If Ray and Nora asked you to be the wedding singer for their wedding, what song would you feel like fit their relationship?
oh god,
I don't know. This is hard because like they met. She was a kid. She was like evil. And what song would talk about all those things? I would there's
Fun and
fun.
light. Fun and light.
I was thinking "Don't Fear the Reaper," but only because they mentioned Romeo and Juliet in the song too. It'd be so off.
That's a really dark song to be there.
It is dark, but I wanted to play in their wedding. It'd be so cute.
God. That's so
Or
funny.
your song from Elton John would be fun, but I think it's like about a guy's poor, so Ray doesn't fit that. But I feel like the reason I go there is because it's a very sweet song and he would give anything for this person. So I feel like he's literally giving his chance to be on the Wave Rider for her. So I don't know. There's no song.
Do you know A Sunny Day in London Town, Frank Sinatra, Michael Bublé? It's basically like the lyrics are like, a sunny day in London town had me, something had me down until I saw you. And so that's like Nora's story. Like things weren't going so good until you were there. And what was it? And in foggy London Square, the sun was shining everywhere. That sounds like
Oh, that's really cute. That's a good one. I cannot think of one.
It's hard. That's a
Very
tough
hard.
relationship. How about Ava and Sarah? Like I feel like maybe that would be easier.
their wedding,
Oh,
their inevitable
what would
wedding.
what would be a good Ava Lance romance?
I feel like it has to be
song?
a song about someone who didn't want to settle down and then they did.
Gosh.
I don't know.
I don't know songs like this. This is not something I can pull up out of nowhere.
I know. Every time I try to think of stuff like that, like my brain just goes blank, and I'm just like, songs?
What is song?
What?
Yeah, I feel like
is
think
song?
about that. It has to marinate and be like, oh yeah, I love music too, and I don't know, I like that type of stuff.
We're
But
gonna be like driving randomly to
I-
find toilet paper all over San Diego County, and be like, "That's the song."
The Ava Lance song.
that'd be perfect.
What's the Shape of You by Ed Sheeran? That's a Sarah Ava song.
One. I
That's
feel
a
like
good
that
one.
any Ed Sheeran song, you think Sarah would be like, that's the one for my wedding though? 'Cause I feel like everyone picked Ed Sheeran for their wedding.
Oh my god, I know. It's like Ed Sheeran's all over the place on those wedding playlists. I know this from experience.
Here's Ed Sheeran. All right, let's go on to the next question here. Jowie says, I'll just post a pic of my room. I'll show you guys all. Also, Kat, can we see some of your comics? Like the ones I make or
Because
the
someone asked if you're self-published, which
Yes, I am. I can get some of my comics, I think. Let me see if I have them. I think I have like 2 or 3 available around here.
Morgan, we have to entertain them for a couple minutes. Do a dance. So okay, so
We're very good at dancing.
We have to do these flamenco hands, and I only just got them down the day before.
Oh wow!
And I was so upset. I was like, I finally nailed it. Ooh, show us your comments.
These are like 3 I found around the house. So I have the variant cover of Like Father Like Daughter there. You got issue 5 of Like Father Like Daughter. And I'm sorry, there's a glare. And then issue 2 of The Dancer. So those are 3 of my comics there. And I'll put that Etsy store in the comments so you guys can Thank you, Joey. And what was if I was self-published? So yeah, I do self-publish my comics.
Yeah, she wants to know what is how's being self-published. She said she's a publisher of Canadian comics.
It's a journey. You know, I always say this about comics in general, but you play every role. Like especially when you're doing it all by yourself. You need to contact the printer, and also you need to know a lot about the medium. I feel like you can't do it unless you know like colorists and letters and inkers and all this and like what goes into making a comic. So I would just say it's a lot. You just need to know a lot of trades and I guess tricks of the trades to do it. You're not just a writer. You're the director, I would say, of creating everything and also knowing business and knowing, social media and stuff like that. So it's rewarding, but it's a lot of work. So, but thank you for asking. And so Megan asks, how would you rank the Beboverse shows, only including ones on the CW from worst to best without any bias? Well, I think we all would pick Legends as first, and we're really not being biased of that. Even if I wasn't doing a podcast, I really do believe it's the best out of all of them.
Yeah. It's tough because some of them I haven't seen in years. Some of them I'm like seasons behind. Like some of them I haven't seen at all. Batwoman.
Yeah. So take into account not just what it is now, but what it has been. So like I would probably put Flash second, Arrow third. Because I think like I'm looking at the past. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed a vast majority of Flash seasons so far. I loved season 1 through when Sarah died of Arrow. Legends, technically we didn't really like the first season, but ever since then we've really enjoyed it. Batwoman I've not seen, but from what I gather is not particularly thriving.
It's not. I've seen half of the first season. I really dislike it, and I really like Batwoman as a character, but I don't really love the writing for the show. I'll finish it up and work.
Well, Legends got better after season 1, so you never know.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely potential, and the character is cool. So, yeah. Oh yeah. So for me, I would say Legends. Arrow always will have a special place for me. I do like the show, even if it had its faults. Then I would say Supergirl. Then I would say Flash. Honestly, I only really like the first season of Flash. I really feel like it descended from there for me. And then what else is left? Black Lightning and
and you know what? I've not seen Black Lightning, but I have met the cast and they're all really cool. So that's a plus.
It's a good show, but it doesn't really progress much. So it's like after you watch the first season, you continue to watch it. I'm like, okay, so now what? There's not like a lot of plot. So at least in my opinion for it.
Yeah, I almost finished the first season and then I got like distracted and I've been meaning to go back and just haven't. So I don't know if it's gotten like better in subsequent seasons or worse, but I think I would do probably Legends first, then Supergirl. And then I think probably Flash and then I guess Black Lightning and then Arrow and then Batwoman. I feel like the really good seasons of Arrow were probably up top, but like I've heard a lot about how the later seasons were, so I don't know how that balances out. I stopped watching in like at the end of season 2, so I never got much further in. So I watched the really good seasons and then I just jumped off.
All that matters.
Yeah. Season 2 was really good for me though. I distinctly remember that was the moment where I was like, I think I really like superheroes. Like this is my thing. I really enjoy it. So that was something that for me kind of was a catalyst for all of my affection. It was also when Stephen Amell was just starting to become big on Facebook and I fangirled hard. I don't fangirl much over anything truly anymore, but I fangirled hard over Stephen Amell.
It's sad too. Like you want to like have that, I guess, passion. I don't know if it's passion, but like excitement over like fandom stuff. I just don't as much anymore. I think because we just have so much, it's hard to.
Yeah, I think the field's so crowded now.
Yeah, and the three of us have done press rooms. We've gone to conventions on a regular basis. That's going to be different for someone who doesn't get to do that, who gets to, who is lucky if they get to see Stephen Amell once ever and take a picture with him. I've seen him and interviewed him multiple times. So I think the magic of that is gone. Like, and that's we're lucky that we get to say that. If I could,
we're very lucky. We can be blasé about it, basically.
No, just interviewing Grant Gustin right now. No big deal.
Oh well.
I figure out now about authors. That's my new thing. Like if I could go and meet Sabaa Tahir, who wrote one of my favorite book series of all time, An Ember in the Ashes, which I've told you guys about before. I would fangirl. That's my new thing. Like Leigh Bardugo. Sabaa Tahir, let's go hang out. I would love to go spend a day with them at Disneyland.
Have you read any of the Robin Hobb books, Amy? I think Sarah and I were maybe telling you guys about it like last year.
I know of them. No.
I can promise you
we met her at Comic-Con, and my friend Sarah's really into her stuff. I only read the first trilogy and her like bunches of books, but she had just finished signing, and my friend was like, "Oh, like this is the only time that we can see her. Is it like could we try to get like a signed book or something?" And she apparently like she just came out from the back and was like, "Oh, it's fine," and like signed our books. Like so sweet and nice. I was like, "That's so cool."
Damn, I love that. That's so cool. So we have some more questions here. I'm going to do some more from the doc. So first up, or next up, Mark, if you haven't recorded yet, so this is from our previous episode, which theme song is better for air banging, like, your head in the car? Legends of Tomorrow podcast or Supergirl radio? Kids air bang while driving is very dangerous. Don't try this at home. Don't land on a wheel if you're ever allowed outside again.
Legends for sure. And their new, the actual Legends of Tomorrow theme song is very headbangable.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably Legends.
There you go. So that's the answer for that one. Another question, Joey, if you guys can pitch Legends to one of your friends who doesn't watch it, how do you pitch it? Honestly, because I have done it in the past, I usually just say, don't watch season 1, start from season 2.
Yeah, that's how I always do it too.
It's a ridiculous show. That's off the wall.
Yeah. I say it's like a whole bunch of superheroes, some of whom have powers, some who don't, who time travel, but season 1 really isn't that good. So watch the finale of season 1 if you're interested, or just start in season 2.
I just tell people like start in season 2, and then if they feel like they're a completist, like once you started watching the show and you're into it, then you can go back to season 1. I feel like you'd get more out of it than starting in season 1 being like, what is this, and giving up.
Yeah, no, it's easy to give up at that point. Yeah, please stick around. So Kaya says a few questions here. What do you think is going to be the future of the Arrowverse? How many years or shows do you think we have left in this universe? Also, what is your opinion about Lena Luthor? Do you like her? Would you watch a show about her and her family? So let's
do the. We're not falling for this again. I'm not falling for this again.
Yes, I'm a Lena fan.
I'm a big Lena fan.
Love her clothes,
particularly her outfits. I like how she comes dressed to every occasion with like the weirdest outfit choice you could possibly make. She's like going into work in a formal ball gown. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? Like, where do you think you're going? I respect that energy.
I do think Lena is the best character on Supergirl. I agree. For sure say that. The future of the DC shows. I think they're going to keep making it. It seems like there's still a viewership, but I think fandom's going to be different because I feel like the convention stuff is not as big because you don't have the Heroes Villains Fan Fest anymore. Like, I don't think you're going to get to that height ever again.
Did they close? Are they not doing that anymore?
That's a huge thing. Yeah.
Really?
They went bankrupt and there's a lot of
no way
on that one. Yeah.
Because I did that one year. You were supposed to come, but you didn't make it.
Yeah, I forgot.
I was just wandering around like aimlessly by myself, going like, okay, because it's not a very big convention, so you can do the whole thing in like an hour, and then you're like, cool. What now?
It's very much about the panels, I would say.
Yeah.
But I went the year before Morgan went because we were gonna do it together, and I did that. And coverage wise, it was fine, but yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. It was a weird. I guess it's for people who really just never met those people, or again, just really.
I did the very, very first ever Heroes Villains Fan Fest in San Jose.
Oh, really?
And I remember
That's actually kind of like how we started meeting, though. We didn't. I think you did the Heroes Villain Fan Fest before we met. No, yeah.
Really?
Didn't you? Yeah.
I know I was on the Flash podcast at that point.
Yeah, I don't think you were on Legends. I think like Andy's like, oh, ask Amy about it. And then maybe we had met before. I don't know. But I remember I did ask you about that fan fest and like, oh, tell me about the PR stuff, right?
Yeah. I distinctly remembered making like I wanted to really impress the press guy so we could get future press badges. So after the convention, which we had live tweeted from mostly, like that was our coverage, I made a whole PowerPoint with pie graphs and bar graphs and percentages talking about the tweet interactions.
Oh my
how
God.
well we did and how much engagement we got. And here's our videos. It was very impressive. He emailed me back and he's like, that's very impressive. We'll be glad to have you back. And I never email.
Oh,
And then we never went back. That's so funny.
So funny.
I just lost my spot for one of the questions.
I think we should maybe pick one or two more questions because we're a little over an hour now. And
I
then
agree.
I also just that we're going to be recording or posting this as an episode. We're going to post it on the Legends podcast page. We're going to call it like Legendary Ladies AMA. And we hope to do other kind of like Legendary Lady things that's a little bit more casual, talk about Legends, not talk about Legends. So if you guys have ideas, let us know. We have ideas. Yeah. But I realize it's going to be really weird at one point where we're like showing stuff. And people are going to be like,
I think at least we described the thing.
Yeah, you definitely described it enough.
If we were like, look at just this, and then there was just dead silence, like that, that's good. That's
this, right?
Did we land on a title for what these like little Legendary Ladies interludes are going to be called?
I literally call this Legendary Ladies AMA right now.
The Twitter liked after show.
Okay.
Even if it's not after, we got a couple is after dark, off air, and kind of got like just meh. So so far the biggest one was Legendary Ladies After Hours.
Cool. Thanks, Michael.
Michael, you should definitely go check it out. I listened to it as well. A guest spot on Gay Gals Watch, and I believe they're also listeners of the Legends of Tomorrow podcast, which is really cool.
Are. I actually think that we're gonna have Danny on Supergirl Radio
Nice.
This week, I think, to talk about the Super Alex episode. So that'll be fun.
We have to have like some. What are you gonna say?
No, go ahead, Kat.
I was gonna say we have to get maybe like a listener episode. That'd be fun to do something like that. One of these.
That would
days.
be fun.
We should have a special Zoom meeting with a whole bunch of listeners.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. That'd be
fun.
Cool. Like
anyway,
other people about Legends.
I'm realizing watching these videos how much I touch my face.
Oh, me too.
We all do. We all do.
I'm like doing this all the time. I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm going like this, touching my hair, and I'm realizing that I'm the problem.
You're inside.
My hands,
You're fine.
I've been washing my hands constantly. They're
They're
so dry now. They're so dry. I've just been like slathering on hand cream.
So dry. And then we have Melody who commented Batwoman was actually on Orange is the New Black. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
She didn't have much of a character. And then she just kind of like disappeared. And then she was on an episode where she like did drugs and then she left. She was only on
that's
one
right.
episode.
That's right. She was
last like
question.
5 minutes. Do we have any more questions, or I have an idea?
We could do one or two, but I think we should do your idea because we've done so many questions already.
You guys know Never Have I Ever?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if we put up 3 fingers, Never Have I Ever, and see who gets out first?
Okay.
Okay, let's do
3
it.
fingers. Okay.
All right. Never have I ever broken a bone.
Wait, you're supposed to put it down if you have?
You have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have.
Got it.
So Kat's broken a bone. All right, Kat, your turn.
Never have I ever. Let me think.
Or Morgan.
Never have I ever needed stitches.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh.
All right, I'm down one.
I don't know. Do mouth stitches count?
Yes, any type of stitches.
Damn. Okay. So then I am down. Never have I ever. This is a tough one. I'm so bad at thinking of these.
Right, they're always so
Do you
tough.
have another one?
What, you want me to do one?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
do you have another
Oh
one?
gosh.
I'm so
Never
bad.
have I ever been to Europe.
I have.
Oh,
Wait, if I have, okay.
if I have. I was trying to make sure what. I was like, what finger am I putting up? That's why I had to like. That's why I was looking. Okay, I'm good.
Never have I ever. I'm really bad at this too. Never have I ever been to a museum. I don't know. I feel like all of us would be at a museum. No, wait. Never have I ever. Also, you have to. The person saying it has to never have done it. I think.
Yes, you have you've never been to a museum before?
No, I have, so that doesn't count.
I was like, we gotta take Kat to a museum quickly. Not now, obviously, but
never have I ever. I suck at this.
It's so hard.
Never have I ever. Oh God. Eaten a quesadilla. Never eaten a quesadilla.
What?
There we go. Yeah.
You've never eaten a quesadilla?
No.
We got Morgan out before she even
What?
gave us one.
Before I even had one.
All right, so Morgan, this is the tiebreaker. Both Kat and I have one finger left.
Oh, I can get you. I'm sure I can get you both out on this one.
All right, let's see.
Never have I ever learned to ride a bicycle.
Oh yeah, I have.
Really?
I never learned.
Man.
I can't ride a bicycle. It's very
That's
sad.
embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. See, I used my trump card there at the end.
I was like, I'm out, but
That's a good one. I'm out too. That was fun.
that was a lot of fun. They're hard to come up with. They always are. And I forgot the rules halfway through.
Me too. I was like, wait, should I say one that I have?
Wait,
done?
have I never done this? What?
I can't remember.
After our show was canceled, like Thursday night, so the day before we opened, we all went out to Denny's because it's tradition to go get Denny's after opening or closing night. Since that was both for us.
Oh,
yeah, sad. We went to Denny's, and then our director sends out a message to the Facebook group that goes, "Anyone over 21, I'm getting a shot." A bunch of us went down to the bar, which was just a couple, like a mile away. We ran down to the bar, got a shot or two, came back, and then there's this bar that was open later than any of the other bars. It's called Coin Op, and it's a whole bunch of arcade games. And
Like arcade type.
Oh,
Right?
those arcades were so cool.
So we got mildly tipsy while playing skee ball and Dance Dance Revolution. And then the bar closed and we were all way too tipsy to drive. So we played the longest game of Never Have I Ever while sobering up in front of the bar till like 3 a.m.
Oh my God. That's so funny. No wonder Amy's so good at it.
Right?
I always win Never Have I Ever.
That's so funny.
Consistently, people will be on their like fifth hand, and I'm still I've still like not even been out yet.
Oh, it's so funny. And the bar closed at 3?
2.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
That's kind of early. I feel.
Okay, that's rules for San Diego or for California.
Oh. I feel like that's
I
early.
feel like 2 is pretty standard. Kat has a different conception because she lives in New York, so those doors never close.
I don't know. Staten Island, man. Party all night.
Hell yeah. I was laughing.
We may not have tomatoes, but we have bars that are open till 4.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have sunflowers. We don't have tomatoes. But we do have great bars, which we don't. But yeah. I guess we'll start wrapping up. This was a lot of fun.
This was so much fun.
Somebody recommended After Party as our
I kind of like that. The Legendary Ladies After Party.
I really
like that too. Yeah.
I really like that.
That could be the one, I think.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's
I'd pause. Cool. Damn it.
Because you know what? Do you know the abbreviation would be LLAP, Legendary Ladies After Party, which is also Live Long and Prosper.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm so excited about that. I really like that because that's exactly what it is. This is a party.
Yeah, that's a good one.
One day we'll be famous and
We'll do that. That'll be good.
After party.
We'll have a real after party. It will be very
We will.
exclusive.
And it'll stay open till past 2.
Oh,
It'll be 4:00. It'll be great.
we'll have to have it
I don't know, I
around
still haven't
Cat.
heard of bar-
All right. Yeah, wherever Cat's at.
We'll go party. But yeah, thank you guys. We'll have this posted. I'm planning on it being posted by Thursday because I really want to give it enough time for our previous episode because we're doing episodes for the hiatus. So this one counts as this week's hiatus episode.
Yeah.
And we have a very special episode.
If we
Again,
can
we've
figure
been
it out,
planning-
I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure it out.
I think we can. We should
Yeah,
be okay.
We're gonna workshop it. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that will be. I don't know if it's live or not. I don't know.
Ooh. That's a
Ooh.
fun idea.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
gonna-
We'll have to think about that one.
Yeah. But this was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
people, for
This
joining
is
us.
great.
And if you like this, comment, share, let us know. Share the episode when it comes out. We're gonna list it probably as Legendary Ladies After Party AMA.
Yeah.
So cool. And then share and come back because we love talking with people, and the more people we have interacting with us, the cooler it is. This was fun.
Yeah. This was great. Yeah. Thanks everybody who showed up and asked questions and contributed. It was super fun.
I just noticed that Morgan was wearing her headset the whole time. She got this new mic, and now she's like, I want to be comfy for this one.
Oh no, the mic, the sound quality on the mic, I tested it, was no better than the headset.
agree.
So I was like, so I returned it. I was like, oh, never mind. Never mind. I used it twice, and then I was like, this is what did I spend the money for?
Yeah,
Did you sanitize it before you sent it back?
they will have to.
Sorry, Amazon.
Morgan.
I know, I'm part of the problem.
That was
It's okay,
definitely
we're all-
the biggest issue.
We're all isolating.
And we're all touching our faces, so that's
Yes.
a bigger issue.
We have many problems right now.
We're trying.
All right.
But thank you guys and stay legendary.